Hi everybody. Today is Friday, October 5th, I believe. Yeah, October 5th. And today is the Search Buzz video recap by Barry Schwartz. That's me. That's my name. I'm Barry Schwartz. And anyway, we have a lot to discuss. Sorry for that weird introduction yesterday and the day before. And it's been a rough week anyway. It was XMX East. It was a holiday, so I was offline for 2 days. And XMX East was great. I didn't do live vlogging for the first time, pretty much because I missed the first day, so I wasn't going to bother. In any event, there are some complaints from my viewers that the sound quality isn't great. I looked into mic options, honestly. They're fairly expensive. I get thousands of views on these videos every week or so. Hopefully over time, the ad revenue will increase where I can actually justify buying a microphone for this. If you want to sponsor, let me know. But otherwise, it's good enough, I guess, in terms of the sound quality until the revenue from these videos increase. Let's start. Okay, so big news this week. A lot of big news this week outside of the East Conference. The first thing was the exact match domain name update, which happened or hit. We heard about it late Friday. Late Friday afternoon, Google's head of search ban, Matt Cutts, told us that there was an exact match domain update that targeted or low quality exact match domains and making sure that actually they don't rank as well as they are. And that probably impacted about 0.6%, 0.6% of English US queries. There was a lot of discussion around it, and we have a post about that on September 29th. Now, this gets a little confusing, so stick with me. So, there was another update, actually, that happened that Google didn't tell us about until later, and it happened around exactly the same time as the exact match domain update. We posted about there being some type of other update. We posted about that on October 3rd. We weren't sure what type of update it was, but it happened sometime around, Matt Cutts said it happened sometime around exactly the same time as the exact match domain update. Now, what was that update? A day later, we found out after I emailed Google to find out what that was it was a Panda update, not just the Panda data refresh, but a Panda algorithmic update, meaning they updated the algorithm behind the Panda update, which obviously impacts a lot more sites. So instead of just doing a data refresh, it was a major update to the algorithm, which impacted about 2.4% of English queries, and had less of impact on the non-English queries, about 0.5%. So that happened supposedly sometime Thursday, September 27th, I believe, and it was continued to roll out for several days and probably end sometime this weekend, that Panda update. Now, we know the exact match domain update happened sometime around Friday, or was sometime, I think it happened sometime around Thursday night, Friday morning, Friday night, where people start noticing this. So we have that. This, for just to give you some perspective, again, this is a Panda update, happened sometime between Thursday and throughout this weekend. Not this Thursday, but a week ago Thursday, September 27th, through this weekend. So it's a long update because Google has to push it out slowly because of some type of index reason or some type of algorithm reason. And we named this Panda update Panda number 20, not Panda 4.0, but we're naming it by how many updates there have been to Panda. Yet there have only been 2 Penguin updates, and we're still waiting months and months later for the third Penguin update. We haven't had that yet. Okay? Well, actually, there's only been one Panda update. A Penguin. One Panda. There's only been one Penguin update to the original Panda, but there's been 2 Penguin releases, I guess. All right. So we got the EMD update, which happened last Friday, the 28th, or announced last Friday, the 28th. We have the Panda algorithm update, which happened September 27th, a week ago Thursday. And it's still being rolled out even today. So the big question people are having now is, how do you know if you were hit by the Panda update or if you were hit by the EMD update? Obviously, Google does tons of small updates constantly, but these are major updates. So how do you know? It's not really a good way to know unless you don't have an exact domain. Like my company, Rusty Brick, sells web development and mobile development services. We're not named webdevelopment.com, we're named Rusty Brick, so I'm not exact match domain. So if I saw a major decline, if I did, it would probably be Panda, not exact match domain. But a site like Search Engine Land or Search Engine Roundtable that are somewhat exact match domains, well, Search Engine Land is more of an exact match domain, that if that got hit, which it didn't, then we wouldn't be able to figure out based on the analytics if we actually were hit by which update. Now Matt said he had to release it for some other reason, like that had to overlap. I'm not exactly sure why, but there was some reason behind it. Okay, so we had those updates. Now, there was also, unconfirmed, but most likely, a Google image update that happened sometime over the last weekend. A lot of people were complaining about the images. It was a major update according to many of the SEOs that follow these updates. So we have a post about that on October 1st. Okay, we got the EM Day update, the Panda update, and the Google image update. 3 major things. Now, Google, Thursday afternoon, they always do this on a Friday, but for some reason they did this on a Thursday, the last day of XMX, right before the last session, where probably all the editors of Search Engine Land are actually leaving. So they released it on Thursday instead of Friday. Anyway, so I wrote about it. I managed to write about it on the bus on the way back from New York City to my office. In any event, we got it live, and Google announced 65 search algorithm updates or search quality updates over the August and September month. Now, I went through this in detail. There is not one mention of this major Panda update, which happened September 27th, according to Google's Matt Cutts. Is listed in the September timeframe for these search quality changes. Why not? I mean, they listed Panda updates before. They have a Panda update mentioned in August, but nothing mentioned in September. 2, there's no mention of domains or exact match domains updates anywhere in August or September. There are some unnamed things, but why would they use an unnamed, undisclosed thing when they actually told us about these updates? So why not disclose them in this thing? In any event, I'm just curious why they would do that. Why wouldn't they mention it? Maybe they're going to mention it next month, but that wouldn't be an October update. That would probably be a September update. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a mistake. Anyway, I listed out today, this morning, I did the update on pretty much combining all this stuff so you could actually get a good recap of what's going on. Onto this morning. So I went through all the different types of updates they announced, and I try to categorize them best I can. That being said, I'm offline Monday and Tuesday again. It's the last time for a while, although I'm going to Israel. I'm going to PubCon Vegas in a couple weeks, and then I'm also going to Israel. But I'll be active in blogging and stuff. But this Monday, Monday or Tuesday, I'll probably schedule a post recapping all the Google changes like I do every month, our monthly Google Webmaster Report. So hopefully that will try to ease some things in terms of what's going on. So it's been about almost 7 minutes, and I only covered probably the first half of what I wanted to discuss. So that's a lot of stuff going on, all right? You got all that stuff? Now let's move on to other things, and this will go faster. Google has updated their Webmaster Guidelines. We knew about this before, and now they finally released it. The main differences that I see, and we'll probably go into more detail later, are the rich snippets guidelines has been added. So now they have a rich snippets guideline. I'll stand alone because of all those people spamming it, which we covered in the past. In the link schemes, they added things like building partner pages exclusively for the sake of cross-linking is a no-no. Using automated programs or services to create links to your site is a no-no. Text advertisements that pass PageRank, obviously a no-no. And links that are inserted into articles with little coherence is a no-no. And I have some other ones I want to talk about next week, so I'm not going to bore you with that right now. Keyword stuffing includes blocks of text listing cities and states and a web page trying to rank for. So if you want to just rank crazy number of cities and states, lots of sites do this, moving companies, licensing companies, lots of different sites do this, especially directory companies. They do this all the time. And added the thing exchanging money for links or posts that contain links in exchange for goods and services, or sending someone free products in exchange for them to writing about you. So you can't give gifts for links. You can't give money for links. You can't do favors for links. Okay? This is all being more detailed. Google really wrote out a lot more detail into all these guidelines. And if you have time, print it out, read it over the weekend, or do something with it. I'm sure I'll find a lot more nuggets over this weekend. And I have to make a mental reminder to actually print it out. All right. Google authorship benefits. AJ Cohn, great post discovering something that I never noticed. You basically click on an authorship. You click on an article with an authorship link. Now, you wait about 2 minutes, then you click back. When you click back, it will actually show you more snippets, more stories from that author. Now, the links don't have to necessarily be to that same domain. It could be, like for example, I read a Search Engine Roundtable and Search Engine Land. The links could be to multiple sites in those things. fairly interesting. I'll probably post a screenshot so you can actually see what I'm talking about because it's hard to describe. And there's a lot more detail that AJ Cohn actually uncovered about Rich Snippet, about these authorship markups and how they can actually benefit you. Google said, this is John Mueller said, that there is no impact on ranking based on your linkage of your Google profile. What that means is, if I'm writing at one site, and I'm a total spammer, scammer, I write the worst content, I do the horrible things on that website, but I also write on another website, and that other website I'm perfectly clean, I'm white hat, nothing goes wrong. Just because I write at site A that's a totally disgusting website that is the worst of the worst, that won't hurt the website that I write at that is white hat, clean and everything, sparkly clean. It will have your Google profile being linked on both sites, will have no impact currently on the white hat site. That your stuff you do on your black hat site will have no impact on what you do on your white hat site. Obviously, unless you link and do sketchy things on the white hat site that relate to your black hat site. But just the Google profile thing will have no impact on it. Good to know. Just some spring, like late Friday afternoon, last Friday, Google announced spring cleaning. Certain things that they've cleaned up, they're getting rid of. Major thing, AdSense for feeds is going away October 2nd, and by December 3rd it'll be completely stopped. Google's custom homepage backgrounds, no longer. It's going away October 16th. Google's news badges, going away October 15th. Not surprised about that. Google's news recommended sections, going away October 15th. And the Plus One report and Google Webmaster Tools, going away November 14th. And there's a lot more things that are going away, but those are the most important things that I found to be going away. I have a post about it October 3rd at SERoundtable.com. Okay. Senators. The U.S. Senate Committee sent a letter to Google, Microsoft, and Yahoo. Jay Rockefeller actually was the person behind it, said their search engines, they wanted the search engines to do a better job of removing, of being gamed through search engine optimization tactics. Why can't they just call it spam tactics? Not search engine optimization tactics. Why don't they just call it spam? Because that's what it is. People who are scamming the search engines, spamming the search engines, and not optimizing for the search engines, just spamming the search engines. So why can't we get beyond this where SEO does not equal spam? Don't get it? I mean, the Senate, it was a well-written letter. It goes through specifics, it goes into detail. But classification, SEO is not spam. Spam is spam. All right. October 2nd at SERoundtable.com. Next, we did some polls. 87% we did some polls because we were offline, that the Open Directory Project, DMOZ, don't overly matter for ranking. So I asked, can the ODP removal of a link, can that majorly impact the Google rankings? Only 13% said yes, 87% said no. We had over 300 responses. 54% said FeedBurner will shut down within 12 months. I hope not, but if it does, it might. And so we got about, my poll was, will Google kill FeedBurner and how soon? 24% said they won't kill FeedBurner. 22% said soon, within a few months, I guess. And 54% said yes, but within 12 months. So it's a pretty significant poll. I really hope it doesn't happen. Here's some other information. Facebook hit 1 billion active users this week. Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO, founder, announced it on his on the press section. But you think about it, the world has just under 7 billion people. This is according to a stat from the World Bank, end of 2011. Now, 7 billion people, 1 billion of them are actively using Facebook. Is that a crazy number? That's about 15%. Now, think about it. Facebook does not allow people under the age of 13 to be using it. So subtract all those people who are under the age of 13 from that 7 billion number. What is it, 5 billion? 4 billion? So let's say 5 billion. That's about 20% of people actually actively using Facebook in the world. Congratulations to Facebook. And the reason I'm so much more animated is because I got some inspiration from Sassy Bob, who did a video about me and my coverage of the Wikipedia news, where Wikipedia actually released anonymized search data for users. Anyway, it's a great video. She's very animated. I don't know, maybe I'll get a nose job and don't know, some plastic surgery to be more appealing to you guys. But in any event, she did a great video on this, and it's pretty funny. I obviously don't agree with her, but that's the case. If you want to check it out, October 4th at seroundtable.com, or just search for Sassy Bob, SASSI space BOB. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz Video Recap. Next week again, Monday and Tuesday, I'm offline. I'll probably schedule a lot of posts. And everyone have a great weekend, and anybody celebrating holiday, have a great holiday, and I'll see you guys next week. Today again is October 5th, and this is the Search Buzz Video Recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and everyone have a great weekend. Bye.